Hello everyone, welcome to our new English video. I am Makara, a teacher of English at Prelude New Generation School. Today we're gonna talk about a lesson which is in Unit 4, Special Places, Reading Skill, the creations of waterfalls. In this video, you will be able to practice readings about the formations of waterfalls. Second, you will be able to learn some important words describing waterfalls. And the last one, you will be able to tell how waterfalls are formed. To start the new lesson today, I'd like to start with the revisions of the previous video. So as I remember, last video you learned about writing skill, a travel guide and trees. In the video, you also learned two important words, which are bench, a long seat for several people, and the last word is playgrounds. Playground, a place where people, especially young children, can play in, and it's often put in the park or schools. One another things, you also learn about language focus in the writing skill, which focus on qualifier, really, very, and quite. So all the three important words used to qualify something. For example, here, the food is really delicious. So when you say the food is really delicious, it means the food is perfect for everyone and for people to eat, right? And if you say the food is very delicious, it means the taste of the food is good, but not as perfect as really delicious. And the last one, when you say the food is quite delicious, it means it is acceptable to eat or it is eatable. So it is not really perfect or much better than really. It is the lowest qualified or the lowest degree among the three words. So at least I hope everybody can learn this important point reviewing in this video. Last but not least, you also got a homework which require you to write a travel guide entries about a special place. Right. So as I have seen, you all send me different topics and different places according to what you really like to the place. What is your favorite place? I'd like to give you one example about a special places in Cambodia is Koh Rong. Alright, to write the travel guide entry, you have to follow the 7 questions given last week. Number 1, you have to tell what kinds of place, what the name of the place, where located, and what it's like until what is your recommendation for other people. Right, to start with the Koh Rong, I like to begin with Koh Rong is a special place in Cambodia. It is an island. It's really good for relaxing, especially when the weather is sunny. And Koh Rong is a really good place for tourists to visit because there are a lot of things over there to do and enjoy, such as beautiful beach, view, and the sea, and especially a very nice hotel and guest house. And last, you can enjoy with a very special seafood over there. I like very much the seafood. And what I dislike to go to the Koh Rong is on a special or national holiday because it might be crowded and everything. For example, food and places and everything's over there double expensive, right? And you may not find a very beautiful place to relax or visit because of the other people may arrive first and then they have a very good place first, and when you arrive late, so they might not have a beautiful and good place for you to visit. And last, I like to recommend everybody and the tourists around the world, if you want to get a good time with your family, your friend, please don't try to go on national holiday because like I said, it might be a lot of people or crowded and everything is more expensive especially. And last, I like to recommend you to go there early and so that you can have a beautiful view. That's it about our revision, and I hope everybody learned something from the previous video and today as well. Now I want to turn your feeling to our new lesson today, and we begin with some vocabulary and some words that you will meet in our reading text. and also you learn how to describe waterfall as well. So let's start with the first word here, and we say landscape. So this word we pronounce landscape, and you can see the picture and tell me the meaning. What is landscape mean? Right, so in short, landscape it focuses on a beautiful view with the land, tree, water, a mountain or hill, something like that. So we can say landscape. Right, and the next picture is vertical. Right, as you can see the picture, vertical it means when something drop from the top to the bottom directly or straight, we say vertically dropping. Right, for example, I drop this from the top to the floor, so vertical dropping, as you can see the pictures over there. Next word, I want you to see the pictures and the word, and I pronounce for you. Plank pool. You know plank pool? You see the water flow from the higher level to the bottom of the lands, to the bottoms of the water. So you see the bottoms of the water is called plank pool. And the next word is erosion. It is the same as rock erode. So you see the two pictures represent erosion or rock erodes. So it means the process of eroding by winds or water or rain, something like that. So erosion. Right? When the water fall every day, it causes erosion. It erode the rock. Right. Next word, and the picture also, we pronounce gorge. You know gorge? Gorge, it means, like you see the picture, a small valley between the hill and a mountain. So when the water fall from the mountain or higher level of the sea or the river, they flow through the gorge between the hill and the mountain, as you can see the picture. Right. And next word is collapse. Collapse, as you can see the building over there. Collapse, it means destroy. For example, rock collapse or building collapse. So it means destroy or suddenly falls. Right. The three last vocab here. Swirling water. You know swirling water? Swirling water, it means to move water around, especially when there is earthquakes or storm. The sea sometimes swirling the water. So as you can see the pictures as well. Right. And next word is called hard rock or cap rock. You know hard rock or cap rock? It is opposite with the soft rock. As you can see the picture, people are standing on the hard rock or cap rock, and the soft rock is underneath the hard rock. You know underneath it means below or under. Right, so that's it for our vocab and the words. And today there are a lot of words that you have to remember and you have to know in order to describe the process of waterfall. Next, in order to check whether you remember the process, the words, I like to take this time to show you a big pictures of waterfall formations. Right, let's start. This is the process of waterfalls. You see, the waterfall formations, it begins with number 4. You see number 4? The number 4 is we call waterfall retreat upstream. So it means the waterfall. You see, the waterfall fall from the upper levels of the sea, and the unders of the waterfall there is a hard rock and a soft rock under the hard rock as well. When the water fall, you see, the water fall to the bottom, it form a plank pool. You see in the picture, right? The plank pool. And when you see the hard rock and the soft rock together, ledge, you know, ledge like that, we call overhang, you know, overhang. And when the waterfall fall to the plank pool, it flows through the gorge. You know, you have already learned the word gorge. Gorge, it means a valley between hill and mountain. So it flows like that. So it forms a waterfall. So that's it, and I hope you get some information about the waterfalls. Alright, so let's practice a little bit just to give you an example and give you to think about how waterfall is formed. Right, let's have a look with another pictures. So these pictures I want you to look at the pictures and complete the boxes to show how a waterfall is created. So you see number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 boxes. I give you 5 seconds to think and complete by your own. Let's start. Alright, time's up and that's it. Let's go with me. So what is number 1 mean? Number 1, you can say a waterfall from the river, or like in the previous picture, you say the waterfall retreat upstream. And then number 2, what is number 2? Number 2 is a hard rock. And below the hard rock, number 3 is soft rock. Alright, and then number 4, like I said, when the hard rock and soft rock together and reach like that, we call overhang, right? So overhang, and the water flow to the bottom, we call waterfall. And then at the bottom of the waterfall, number 6, it form what? It form a plunk pool, right? And number 7, do you see number 7? Number 7, there are fallen rocks. So you can complete fallen rocks. So it means the rock collapse from the upper level to the bottom. Alright, next I want you to look at exercise number 1 with me. There are 4 questions that you have to read the text and answer these 4 questions so that you learn something from this video. Right, so question number 1 here, 2 here, 3 here and 4 here. Let's have a look and read together. What is a waterfall? And number 2, who causes a waterfall? Number 3, according to the pictures and the text, how is a waterfall forms? Number 4, according to the pictures and the text, how is the plunk pool formed? Right, so I think you have learned something about the picture and about how waterfalls are formed already. And please have a look and read the text with me so that we can find the answer together. Right, let's start. The creations of waterfall. The upper course of a river is usually high above the sea levels in the hills or mountains. The river travels downwards and cuts through the landscape with vertical erosions. One of the geographical features which are formed by vertical erosion is called a waterfalls. This is typically in the upper course of a river and eventually create a gorge. The waterfall travels over hard rock and erodes the soft rock underneath. The plunk pool forms at the base of the waterfalls. The swirling waters and rock erodes the soft rock behind it. Eventually, the front of the cave rock collapses. The waterfall moves backwards and the process is repeated again. The steep side gorge is formed. Alright, that is it for our reading. And please have a look at the question again and answer. I give you 5 seconds to get started. Right. Alright, time's up. Let's have a look here one by one with me. So what is a waterfall? Can you answer the question? Right. So you can answer whatever your understanding, but in short it is meaningful. Right. So I just give you an answer. A waterfall is a river or other bodies of water steep fall over the rocky ledge into the plunk pool below. So when a river or a bodies of water fall into the plunk pool below, we call a waterfall. And number 2, who causes a waterfall? The short answer is non-human being causes a waterfall. It is formed naturally. And number 3, according to the pictures and the text, how is a waterfall forms? In the text said the water where the waterfall is formed by river downward cut through the landscape with vertical erosions. Alright, last question. According to the pictures and the text, how is the plank pool formed? The plank pool formed by falling water from higher level to the bottom. So as you can see the picture, when the water falls from the higher level to the bottom of the water or the land, it forms a plank pool. So that's it for our reading text, and I'd like you to go with me with the last exercise number 2. Here we go. You just complete the spaces with the word in the box. So there are 7 words in the box and 7 spaces as well. So let's start. I give you 5 seconds to think before we check together. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, time's up, and because of this text you have already read, and words also you have already learned in the previous. Alright, so let's start with me one by one, and then we go to homework and the last video. The upper course of the river is usually high above the sea levels in the hill or mountain. Right, so number 1, we should complete with mountains. Next, the river downwards and cut through with the vertical erosions. So number 2 should complete with landscape. You see, fallen and through the landscape, the view, beautiful view with the vertical erosions. One of the geographical features which are formed by number 3, vertical erosion is called a waterfalls. This is typical in the upper course of the river and eventually create a gorge. Alright, so next, the water travels over hard rock and erodes the soft rock. What word should be completed? Underneath. Underneath, it means under or below. Next, blah 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 form at the base of the waterfall. So it should be a plank pool. The swirling waters and rock erodes the soft rock behind it. Eventually, the front of the capped rock should be the last one, collapses. Alright, that's it for our reading lesson and 2 exercises, and I hope you all learn something from this video. Please stop it or pause it if you want to learn. If it is a little bit fast, you can stop, you can pause it and learn it one by one. Right, last of this video I want you to do is a homework. Right, the homework is what are the importance of waterfall. Explain them. You see, I give you 2 ideas: purifications of water and economic importance of waterfalls. So you have to explain it one by one. How waterfall can pure the waters and how waterfall increase our economic. Right, if you get no idea about these 2 or this homework, you can go to the link below. There is some idea for you to have with all of this homework. Alright, so that's it. If you have any question with this lesson and with the homework, especially with the words or something, you can drop your comment or under the video or into our group. And I like to suggest you to drop into our group better, because we can discuss and some other friends can learn from your question. Right, and thank you for your watching this video, and thank you for your paying attention to this video, and you learn something from this video. And goodbye, good luck.